Like Mike, he's a great guy.
It's a left.
It's an overhand left, right. Stop making fun of me.
But it looks like that because they're both southpaw, right? We talked about that a little bit. Both southpaws coming from the backhand.
Flipped him on the way into Dos Anjos, but Chiesa still applied the pressure.
Chiesa thought this was going to be the key to his game. He had to go forward, he had to wrestle early and wrestle often against RDA.
Well, this is the key to the game for him. He has to clinch and he has to look to take him down. I believe on the feet, RAFAEL wins this fight. Dos Anjos was saying a few weeks ago in the gym, he said, if he does take me down, he's just got to be careful. Don't do anything reckless. Stick to the basics. And if he does that, he can get back to his feet and avoid most of what Chiesa offers. However, if you start getting reckless and you panic, he's going to leave a lip, a neck, something that Chiesa can take. But right now, Chiesa's doing really well. This is nice work. He's got both hooks in. But you've got to remember, Dos Anjos, high-level jiu-jitsu black belt. He's been here many times. He's in the first round. He hasn't taken any damage, so he's got a clear mind. He's thinking, but this is bad.
Chiesa on top here.
This is better for Dos Anjos. Now, when he was face down, that's a terrible position. Chiesa trying to get that body triangle, and he's got it.
Chiesa, the third most rear naked chokes in UFC history. He's locked up 11 wins by submission in his career, 8 of them by rear naked choke. And he's in a great position to attack it here with halfway to go in the first round.
Notice Chiesa keeps switching the sides of that body triangle. When RDA walks him over to his left, he'll flip it to the opposite side. Because the way to get out of a body triangle is to get the foot placed on the mat and start to get all of your weight and pressure on the locked side. If you're on the opposite side, you just keep yourself in there.
Wow, look at him. Push that arm down.
He's going to fight those hands.
And you see the abs of RDA really working hard to keep the air in the lungs.
Chiesa's doing a fantastic job here right now. This is exactly
Look
where
at
he
that,
wants
though,
to
man.
fight.
Now you see a guy that can grapple, right? From what we saw with Sarah McMahon's fight the other day, she was staying there. Look at RDA. Shove the hips, hip escape, move his hips and get back to an underhook. He's a guy that's a high-level grappler, and now he finds himself back in a position where he's not in danger as he was before.
And look at how Chiesa kind of just floats on top when Dos Anjos was moving there.
And that's just high-level guys, right? Michael Chiesa's as high-level as it comes.
Yeah, absolutely. On top of that, the frame, with him being so long, those limbs, the arms, the legs, he can do things like the body triangle. He can grab wrist control from behind the back. He can do a lot of things that RAFAEL can't do, so he's very well suited to this weight class.
Chiesa chased that right arm of Dos Anjos for a moment.
Dos Anjos did a great job of catching the legs.
Look at this.
Yep.
So there you go. I mean, as you said before, I mean, that is the difference. Dos Anjos is incredibly experienced.
And for Dos Anjos to be reminded of the main event last May in Rochester when he took on Kevin Lee, who moved up to 170 pounds, dispatched of him in the 4th round with an arm tri-choke.
And you know, psychologically, there's a lot going on here. I mean, Chiesa got him down, had him in a great position. And Dos Anjos, you know, he was able to escape and get back to work on the feet. On the flip side, Chiesa,
level change.
He also knows that he can take him down and get him to that position. Dos Anjos has got to be careful giving up his back in this position, though.
You can do this as long as you're sealing everything off, right? As long as your elbows aren't flared, you can stand up from your knees. It's when you start opening everything up for guys to put hooks in, elbows inside, is when you find yourself in trouble.
So firm control here to end the first round. In the second round, and our co-main event is after this. Right over here. Only on ESPN2, weekly 30-minute show gets you primed for all the Saturday night action as well as the latest news and information from around the sport. It is UFC Live. It is Fridays on ESPN2.
You know, the coach of Chiesa just now saying 10 more minutes. And he's right, because this isn't a 5-round fight. RAFAEL needs to remember that. But on the flip side, 10 minutes in a mixed martial arts fight with a guy like Dos Anjos is a long time.
Chiesa's got to be the one going forward like this. This will allow him to get his takedowns. Move into RDA.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Stepping knee there to the body. And Chiesa chasing another takedown. Chiesa notched 2 takedowns in the first 5 minutes. In his last 4 fights before this one, Rafael dos Anjos had been taken down 28 times total.
Jeez Louise.
And again, I mean, the level of competition is up there, but clearly that's the game plan. Meanwhile, Chiesa finds himself on his back, and here goes RDA.
And this is what Rafael needs to do as well. He can't be afraid to go to the ground with him because, as we just said, only 3 rounds. This is the first time since September 2017 that Rafael's only fought a 3-rounder. So, you know, mentally, you can make a mistake and think, oh, I've got plenty of time. You haven't. You go down 2 rounds. If you don't get the finish, the job's done. So he's got to really fight this takedown attempt like his life depends on it.
Chiesa's very odd when he's pursuing RDA, but because RDA is just backing up, because Dos Anjos is evading, it's allowing Chiesa to level change and get to his legs to secure takedowns. Great job by Mike.
Yeah, Mike's doing a great job. He's giving Dos Anjos a tough fight here. This is where Rafael has an advantage.
Well, here's the issue, right? If you get these takedowns and you can't secure them, now you're just going up and down. And offensively for a wrestler, that's very hard to do.
That's the leg kick that Perillo was looking for. And Chiesa is heavy on that.
Keep going those low ones. He hasn't checked one yet.
That was to the calf. And the thing is, when you start chopping the leg, he's going to start focusing on that, and then that opens up the overhand left with Rafael.
Body lock here for Chiesa. He reaches the left knee up. And now in knee to the body with 3 minutes to work. We mentioned the coach of RDA, Jason Perillo, in the corner of Chiesa. What a strong connection he has with Rick Little out of T6 Jitsu in Spokane, Washington. And Chiesa got a bit of a dust-up when he was watching a UFC pay-per-view as a teenager outside of a Hooters. And Rick Little kind of caught notice of him and said, I want that guy in my gym. I think he can go places. Lo and behold, he's in MMA and he's fighting a top 5 welterweight all these years later.
Dos Anjos close to completing a takedown here, but he's got to be careful. Got to be careful. Chiesa's a crafty veteran. Long limbs, as I said before. He can pull off all kinds of crazy jokes here.
Chiesa did a great job of just elevating his hips.
Yeah.
As Dos Anjos was trying to finish the takedown.
Yeah, but Dos Anjos did a good job of like backing out, exiting away from the grappling exchange and getting back to his feet. Exactly.
Check that kick. Bit of redness on that right calf. Trevor Whitman, what do you have?
RDA cannot sit on the cage. He's got to back away every time. Keep throwing low kicks and not overthrow the left hand like Coach Jason said, Jason Perillo. He is doing so good with that low kick. That low kick is so effective. Man, look at Mike's leg. It is busted up. And one thing with the calf kick, it is hard to check. A lot of people don't realize that you can't really check it. Yep. So I think that's a super effective move. But don't get stuck on the cage. I don't think RDA should do that.
I watch RDA, man, and everything is so tight, so compact. Watch when he throws his jab. Left hand's always to his face. Doesn't come out of position. Chiesa, on the other hand, will get out of position, but ultimately he's just trying to get to the takedown.
And Mike Chiesa, he's starting to get a little wobbly. It looks like fatigue is starting to set in a little bit. I mean, this is a high-paced fight.
Nice,
Mike's trying to get the takedown. And that was a good one. That was a great takedown, but it's not finished yet. RDA needs to push on the head. Push down on that head and allow him to stand up.
And with how close this fight is, perhaps a round stealer for Chiesa if he can get something going here in the final minute.
Very possible.
Controls the legs, and Chiesa trying to work his way to the back now as RDA tries to scramble to his feet. 30 seconds left now in the second round.
Chiesa's got his ankle. Now RDA's free to get up. Watch him start to try to reach back, get an underhook, try to face Michael Chiesa, and not finish the round in a position where it looks like he's at a disadvantage.
Yeah, because this has been a pretty even round, very close. I think if Chiesa was to get the takedown, that would definitely get him the round.
Well, big for Chiesa to perhaps end up on top. The swing to the back. Third round coming up. Put ice on it, so perhaps not bothering him that bad.
You know, Chiesa's corner trying to convince him that Rafael is exhausted. I'm sure both guys are pretty tired, but I don't think exhausted would be a word I'd use.
For that 1-2 is Dos Anjos. And a nice left cross from Chiesa.
Yeah, that's nice work from Chiesa. That's exactly what he needs to do. He's going to walk him down and get in the clinch position. It's what he's done the whole fight.
Trevor Whitman, what do you have?
We did not get to listen to RDA's corner that last time, but if I was his coach, I'd be asking him to hold the center of the cage. I feel like all takedowns are happening up against the cage, and he needs to get back to the center if he wants to win this fight. This fight is really, really close.
In wrestling, you cannot allow for your head and chest to get behind your legs and hips.
Yep.
And every time Michael Chiesa attacks him, he starts backing up. He comes a bit out of his stance, and his hips are just to be taken. He's got to find a way to hold his ground when he's under attack. But now Mike's got real solid top control.
Yeah, he's trying to get a sweep here. He's got the arm hooks under the leg. He's going to roll to the side. He's going to try and hit a sweep. He's going to go for a knee bar here. That left knee he's going to put on the floor and then try and extend that leg. It's going to be hard to get, though.
So Chiesa has landed 6 of 8 takedowns, good for 75%. And this one, he's really in the driver's seat here with just over 3.5 to go.
Yeah, and Chiesa's trying to get this Kimura. He's got that arm planted off Dos Anjos down. He's going to try and get the left arm underneath it, and he's actually almost sealed the position. If he can get his left arm on his right wrist, that's what he's trying to do. But now he's going to bend it.
Maybe a straight arm lock, though. Maybe go straight arm lock here.
You can do a straight arm lock. You can go Americana. You can go Kimura.
If he can start to arch that RDA's elbow,
heel hook attempt. No. It's reversal. Oh, there it is. Inside heel hook.
But even this, RDA should try to use this to get back to his feet. Michael Chiesa is doing a great job. And he's too talented a grappler to just be stuck here.
As you say, he has got to use this to get back to his feet. Often when you go for a heel hook, the person that's about to be submitted, they pull out, you know, to escape, and then you jump back to your feet.
Mike's doing a good job of getting the pressure back into RDA, though, not allowing him to straighten his leg.
Yeah, exactly, and he's got to be careful because Chiesa has footlocks as well, and at this moment in time, RDA's got to get back to his feet. If he doesn't get a submission, it's not looking good on the scorecards right now.
Kind of a stalemate in a chess match here on the ground. Chiesa doesn't want to do anything that will put him in harm's way. With the top position, RDA firing a hammer fist from the bottom. Either are you guys surprised that Chiesa's not trying to look for some shots to the head with RDA trying to lock up a leg?
Well, I think that he feels he's ahead, right? And he knows that he's in the top position here.
Yeah, he's in top position, but he's also defending a leg lock, so I hope the judges realize that. You wrestlers, it's all about top position.
Final 2 minutes here, now full guard for Chiesa. More than a round of top position.
Chiesa's fought a great fight. I mean, this is what he needs to do to win this. And at this point, it's starting to look like Dos Anjos needs that Hail Mary, he needs the submission, he needs a finish.
Michael Chiesa is fighting a beautiful fight. He knew exactly what he needed to do in this fight, and he's employed that beautifully against RDA.
And staying busy enough to keep it on the ground. Final 60 seconds. Busier on the ground and pound from Chiesa. Pushing on the head and looking for something is RDA.
He's trying, but it's hard. I mean, Chiesa's good. You know, a guy like Chiesa, he knows what you're going to do before you go for it.
And he's so big, he just drapes all over the top of you, right?
Absolutely.
He's such a big guy for this weight class now that he's just draping over the top of RDA. So RDA is constantly carrying his entire body. Chiesa's doing a great job of controlling and just flowing with RAFAEL.
He knows when to be heavy and when to be light on top. And Chiesa looks to seal the deal here with 20 seconds and counting to go.
And as this fight went on, Michael Chiesa distanced himself from RDA, you know, using his wrestling to really control and dictate the way this fight played out.
Well, perhaps say hello to the top 10 of the welterweight division. Michael Chiesa, his biggest performance in his third UFC appearance as a welterweight.